r/rules horror. Posted by u/subliminalWombat. Alone in the park. Christ dude, I can't believe things have gotten so bad that you're willing to do this, but if you're gonna go on a suicide mission you may as well go in prepared. Don't ask how I got this, cause all I can say is I still know a guy on the other side. Don't die. Jacob. On your approach the amusement park will look completely abandoned, and that's because it is. However, the closer you get to it, the more lively it will appear to be. First the park lights will turn on, then you'll see the large rides start to move in the distance. By the time you enter it will look downright normal, and you'll see ride attendants and families enjoying themselves everywhere you look. There's no entry fee and you can go on any ride you want. After all, they don't expect you to pay for this with money. If you want to survive you will need to bring with you a watch with a timer or stopwatch feature, a flashlight, and a pocket knife. Here's what you need to know. 1. You are alone in this park. 2. Ignore anything that attempts to interact with you. 3. You must ride at least 3 different rides. 4. You must not stay in the park for more than 4 hours. If you do, refer to Rule 15. 5. If you get on the spinning cups, do not look outside of the ride while it is in motion. If the riders ask you to give them control of the wheel, ignore them. If you acknowledge the other riders they can touch you. Halfway through the ride you will feel yourself stop moving. Don't fall for it. This is an attempt to make you think the ride is over and look. The ride is only over once the safety bar lifts off of you. 6. If at any point, you feel a wave of paranoia or anxiety come over you, followed by the impossible knowledge that somewhere in the park, something is walking towards you, check your timer to ensure that 4 hours have not elapsed. After ensuring this, loudly exclaim, "I am alone in this park," and the feeling will go away. If this has happened 3 times, refer to Rule 15. 7. If you enter the Hall of Mirrors, have your flashlight ready. As soon as you enter, the doorway will seal itself behind you and you will need to find your way to the exit. As you do so, you must keep an eye on your reflections, and if you find one that does not match your movements shine your light on it immediately to make it retreat. Anything else you see in the mirrors cannot hurt you, however disturbing it might be. 8. Do not get close to any of the minor games such as ring toss or water guns. They are not rides and will distract you into staying past 4 hours, or worse. If an attendant stops you they will ask you to play their game and will not take no for an answer. Say in an authoritative voice, "I am alone in this park," and they will relent. 9. If you decide to go down the jumbo slides beware, only one slide is safe. Ignore any parkgoers that go down a slide, that doesn't mean it's safe. Put your ear near the entrance to each slide and listen for raspy, ragged breathing coming from further down. Avoid any slides that appear wet or tongue-colored, and as a final test, take out your knife and stab the slide. The real slide won't scream. 10. While walking through the park, a child may run near you and let go of a balloon it was holding. Don't look at it and don't look up. Those who are claimed by the park are crafty and are eager for you to join them. 11. If you go to the Sea Kingdom attraction, you will be asked to sit through a performance of dolphins and their trainers. Memorize the path you took to come in. Halfway through the show the female trainer will begin to drown and will call out to you to save her. Everyone in attendance will turn to face you. Do not attempt to rescue and do not react. After 5 minutes the show will continue normally. Keep your eyes on the body in the water for the remainder of the show. Leave the way you came, never taking your eyes off of the body in the water. If it moves, run out and don't look back. 12. Do not enter the tunnel of love. If you do, refer to Rule 15. 13. At some point you may notice a very tall park mascot standing still and looking directly at you. You will find the costume very disturbing, but this is always a distraction. Be aware of your surroundings as the park will use this opportunity to tamper with your stopwatch, supplies, or worse. 14. If you followed the rules, after you finish your 3rd ride you will find the park empty. Make your way to the exit and in front of it you will find a chest. Inside you will find what you desire most. Leave promptly, don't look back, and never return. 15. You are not alone in this park. Next story of this video. Posted by u/visible_biscotti_859. Hello. And thank you for choosing Louisiana National Zoo as your workplace. Please read the following. Hello. This is your manager Dave. Today I will be explaining a set of rules for you to follow so you can keep working to the best of your abilities. There are multiple floors to this facility. I mean, we can't keep all of the exciting things on one floor, can we? Today you will only be working on floor 1. You will have one. And only one coworker, Nate. Nate is your typical old guy janitor that just hangs around and talks with you while doing his job. Nate will be important in some rules, so make sure to talk to him and communicate to work together. Floor 1 consists of 5 exhibits, which are 1. Goats, 2. Iguanas, 3. Ben, 4. Chickens, 5. Tigers. Now every exhibit has a set of specific rules, and some might share a rule. It shouldn't be too hard. Exhibit 1, Goats. Rule 1, the goats are to be fed at all times. If you see the goats not eating or making sounds of eating, make sure to go over to the food closet and pick up a bag or 2 of goat feed and spread it over their cage floor. Don't pay attention to what they're eating. It'll be easier on your mind. Rule 2, if you don't feed the goats in time, they will rapidly grow in size, grow horns, and bust out of their cage, in the event this happens. 2a, find Nate as soon as possible and drag him into the staff break room. Lock the door and tell Nate this exact phrase: "I think the goats are hungry." A red button will appear on the wall and Nate will press it. Whatever you hear outside you shouldn't mind. I mean, it's better if it's not you, right? 2b, after step 2a is done, you will have to give Nate $20 for the extra work you just gave him. If you don't, he'll chuck you out and mop you up later. Rule 3, don't attempt to pet the goats. Their fur isn't fur, it's needles. Poison ones at that. Had to find out the hard way. Rule 4, there should be exactly 10 goats. This is extremely important. If you count any less or any more, talk to Nate about it. He is gonna handle it. That's it for the goats. Now, on to the iguanas. The iguanas are kind of difficult. Remember how I said you have only one coworker? They don't know that. The iguana exhibit is lacking on security and we are trying our best to fix that. So as I said, the security is bad, and the iguanas get out a lot. Rule 1: they will stack up on one another and change color to look like a sexy young busty woman. Whatever you do, don't approach, simply turn around and back away. If you approach, the sexy woman you just saw will pluck out your eyes with their sticky tongues and proceed to eat you from inside out. Rule 2, if Nate is close to you as you see the woman, say, "Nate, your wife's here." With a chuckle at the end, Nate will proceed to turn his mop into a shotgun and blast the iguanas. Don't worry, they're funny. Now, on to Ben. Oh god. Ben is, how should I say this? Fucked up. Ben is essentially a frog that is kept in the vault down the hallway. Now I know it sounds insane, but we saw what the fucker can do, and trust us, it's better that he is kept behind a giant steel vault door. Rule 1, Ben will only matter after 4 a.m. You can drop everything else when 4 a.m. hits. Rule 2, Ben has a tight feeding schedule. Sent the food a bit late and it's fine. Anything under a minute will not be fatal. Send food late, and bye-bye eardrums and brain. Rule 3, Ben feeds on 3 cockroaches, 2 fireflies and a grasshopper. I said this first so you don't get too surprised. Now on to the next stuff: 2 liters of blood, 4 eyeballs, 3 fingernails, and a small child. Rule 4, if you send the food late, you are basically dead. For every second you are late with his food, his croak will get louder and louder and louder, so loud that it will shake the entire floor. The animals will start screaming. If you are unable to feed Ben on time, Nate will. Ben is not picky. A big adult is better than a small child after all. Rule 5, do not open the vault door. If you open it, you have doomed all of humanity as you know it. God himself will personally put you in hell the very second you open that door. So please don't. I don't want to make this email too long, so I'll send another while you go over the rules once more.